Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. Finally, on a Thursday night for the start of the new year. Happy to be here. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Gio here from Manga Geekdom, and I'm joined by the Rye Builder himself, the Omnibus Collector. How you doing, Riley?
I'm doing good today.
Nice. Tonight we got some goops, some gaps, and a little news in between. Of course, we got some solicits to start off the new year, some new licenses, some very interesting choices, and new imprints from new publishers and all that fun stuff. But most importantly, we got all of you watching, and we got our sponsor to thank. That is InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your Omnis, trade paperback, hardcovers, and manga for great discounted prices that range from 30 to 55% off at times. Free shipping in the US at orders to start at $50 or more. And check this out, there's a loyalty discount which adds an extra 2% off to your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, that and so much more when you visit InStockTrades.com. Shout out to IST. Let's show the main website to see all the current deals. And if you want to find out the new ones, you got to tune in on the Monday stream because we reveal those towards the end of the show. Your current deals of the week. You got some Spider-Man, some Farmhands, some Shaolin Cowboys, some Supergirls, and a tank chair. So that is pretty awesome. You got your new releases, you got your top sellers, and a bunch of sales, clearances, damages, red tags, all that fun stuff. So go check them out. InStockTrades.com. Let's see. William Lee, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. Do I say Jojo B? 8382. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Javi as well. Let's freaking go. What's up? Best Mod Kane in the house as well. Watching Riley's manga collecting tips from 4 years ago, and it still holds up. Nice.
I don't even remember. Was that the one where I talked about like how I bought a bunch of stuff with a like under budget or whatever? Because I remember that one because it was like after or as I was getting close to finishing collecting all the Shonen Jump stuff, I was like, here's what I do. Stay under budget. Oh, nice. Someone did on something.
It would be pretty funny if in that video you make a reference to something that's happening nowadays. Like, don't buy this series or something like that.
Don't get robbed of all your comics.
Oh my God. What other? Welcome, Matt. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you all. And of course, James is in the house. Thank you. So let's get the show started. Did you haul anything by any chance? I know you showed off stuff on Tuesday, but you never know.
Buddy, did I haul something? I am on a little bit of a spending freeze at the moment, but this was a pre-ordered item that I actually paid off over time.
Let's freaking go.
First thing, that I ever bought from formerly known as Organic Price Books, now known as Panel Bound Comics.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this one to come in. I've been very excited.
Oh, mama. Jesus.
Box set.
Hell yeah, dude. Let me zoom in. Hold on. There we go. Wow. Congrats. That's awesome. That's a beauty.
I got the Bad Boys version.
It's for life.
Because I got the Bad Boys version of G.I. Joe, so I thought I'd do that. So
Oofa. Nice.
These are the Till All Are One collection. So this has both the US Transformers and the
Look at the thingy. Oh my God, that is gorgeous. I love it.
It has both the US and the UK Transformers titles together, like intermingled.
Ooh, I like that.
Logo is a shiny purple. Shiny on the spine, shiny on the back.
So are you going to display the books or are you going to keep them in the box?
For now,
In the
they'll
box.
box, but once we get settled in,
Yeah.
probably have them out of the box.
Nice. Yeah, because that purple it's gonna look great on the. Ooh, that's gonna look good framed too.
So I didn't get like all the bonus stuff. So this is just the basic stuff that it came with, but
Wow.
get some nice
Oh, where's Owen Wilson?
80s Transformers, 80s Transformers comic art. Oh shit.
Heck yeah.
Stuff's falling out again. I'll get the other volumes
Not
out.
gonna lie, I am a little bit jealous because my editions are kind of meh compared to that.
The paperback. I
I just got the paperback.
debated. I was like, should I just go with the paperbacks because they're cheaper? And you know what? If I went with the paperbacks, it would have gotten stolen from me anyway. So
Crisis averted.
yeah, didn't have to sacrifice that one.
Man, let's go. Hell yeah. I love the design of that book. I can't get over the freaking pages with the 80s glitter happening.
Yeah, the
that is so cool. I'm gonna do that for my book. I'm just gonna buy glitter and just throw it on the pages and ruin it.
Volume. So this will actually be my first time reading all these old Transformers comics, but they've been something that like have been high on my wish list for a long time, and I hoped over time that it would be Marvel that would do like Marvel style omnibus editions. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and so instead we've got these. What's up? Instead, we've got Skybound and Image doing these, but despite the fact that they're not oversized trim, they are still, these and the G.I. Joe ones are absolutely astonishing looking volumes. I'm really satisfied. I think after all is said and done, the box set from Organic Panel Bound Price Books was comics was about $250 for the whole set.
That's not bad because you're getting everything. Yeah,
discounted from the Kickstarter itself, because I think this Kickstarter was like $300. So they got savings from buying as a retailer, like buying bulk, and passed some of those savings along to the customers, which is cool. I do like that. So yeah, that's the set. Very excited about that. The moving is
coming along.
We haven't started really doing much. So what we're doing right now, I will share this information. Because it's such a sudden move, we have to get cash together for the move and for like the deposit and all that stuff. And we need a lot. So this week we've been selling things left and right. You got another sale? So this is for levity. I'm gonna tell this story because it's funny. I'm gonna talk about yesterday. Oh. So we went through the closet, and over the years, I've had hundreds of graphic T-shirts of various like comics, anime, manga, etc. And I've outgrown a lot of them because I eat a lot and I work at home and I don't work out. So I've outgrown a lot of my stuff from the past several years, but I kept holding on to them, not in the hopes that I would trim down, but like thinking, oh, maybe we'll make a quilt out of them, I think is what I said, like make a quilt out of all this stuff. But we decided, we're moving and we need to make some extra cash. Let's go ahead and clear the closet out, like do a little bit of pre-spring cleaning and clear out clothes that we don't need, clothes that don't fit. We had like 3 trash bags full, and we took it to one of those resale places, and we weren't expecting to get what happened? We weren't expecting to get a mint for them. Like we weren't expecting a ton of money, but the first place we went to, literally, like she opened one of the bags and like I think she just like sifted through some of it, and she's like, it's all fucking graphic t-shirts. And then she just closed it and then took one t-shirt. It was a Smashing Pumpkins t-shirt from Target, not even a cool like concert tee.
Yeah.
And offered me $4 and
Oh
like
my
gave
God.
the rest of the stuff, like literally this 3 bags, just handed it back to us. And I was like, all right, $4. So I drive
Hey,
like
$4 is $4. I'll take it.
I drive a few blocks down the road to
Yeah.
another clothing resale place, and we readjust all the stuff, put all the t-shirts in one bag, and then put like I had a bunch of nice button-ups and dress shirts, and then she had some nice clothes. We put all those in the bags that we presented, and we pulled everything out for them. And the lady did actually go through everything, and she took like, I don't know, maybe 10 things or something total. So not a ton, but we got like $35. So
Yeah.
end of the night, we got like $40. But then Carly's like, I don't want to just throw all this stuff out. Like, and while I was busy listing things on eBay, she was going like the whole rest of the night, just hours, just going on to Depop and taking pictures of every single shirt to put on Depop and listing them at $5 a piece. Yeah. So
You want on the t-shirt.
yeah, if you want one of my old t-shirts for $5.
Yeah, but I mean, somebody might be interested. Who knows?
Oh, there's a lot of people.
Oh, there's a lot. Like she's sold what 6 things or something.
6 shirts today.
So she sold 6 of the t-shirts, but she showed me like all the likes, and it's just like scrolling through, and it's just like. So a lot of people have been liking the t-shirts.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'd imagine so, especially online.
Yeah. So that's the story. It's pretty funny.
I mean, it's a shirt guy, Josh. Man,
Oh,
I forgot
man.
about that guy.
Yeah. Where is that guy? So he can buy up all the shirts. We can give him
Yeah. Super chat us, shirt guy. Retro
Yeah, give him-
t-shirts are collectible. That's true.
They're not retro though. They're all from like the past several years, and I bought them all on like most of them were bought on those sites like Teespring and T Fury, where people just upload designs
Yeah,
and then you can print them on whatever you want. And so the printing quality is not great. The shirts themselves are not great, and also they're significantly smaller than like even when I was a smaller person, they were still tight compared to a lot of my other clothes.
yeah.
So whatever shirts they used ran smaller than usual. So like, I don't know, not the best quality shirts. If they were actual retro vintage t-shirts, I'm sure that those shops would have been interested in grabbing them. But unfortunately, they're just crappy like shirts I got for $10 online, and now they're being resold for $5 online.
Hell yeah. Speaking of shirts, clothing, chat, people watching later, are you interested in the possibility of us finally opening a merch shop? Because we got the little thingy on the YouTube studio where it said, hey, you're eligible to open the merch thing. I'm like, what if we finally do that and make the long fabled friend of the show t-shirt with the Omnibros logo?
Then maybe we can, whenever we do convention meetups and stuff, like next Anime NYC, whenever I see, I'm assuming I'll see Kane again, then we can wear friend of the show shirts.
Hell yeah.
That'd be fun.
We can have enemy of the show. Why not? That could be cheeky and fun. And
that would be fun too.
Yeah, I could like the Omnibros logo would be pretty cool if it's here in the sleeve or tinier up above or something. I don't know. We'll see.
For the Latin American and Spanish speaking audiences, we can have amigo and enemigo of the show.
I love that.
And the enemigo de Pelicula.
And then it's a quote, and it'll have Jess's logo in it because he is the leading voice of Hispanics on the comic team. And we will have like Jess translated shirts and stuff. It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to that. Manga. Hell yeah. Look at that. We got people going in. I'm in. I'll go to Anime NYC.
Let's go.
Moving a thing like a logo on a second area costs more. Oh, dang it. You're right. We can have enemy of the show. I have a name. Jess could get Tramps of the Omnidog t-shirt. Oh, we showed that off on the previous show. Yeah.
You do the enemy of the show with Josh's picture on it.
We will get fake enemies of the show, and people will be so confused. I don't want to name names because then all of you are going to get salty with me, but that would be hilarious. You know who you are, you devilish you guys. So yeah, it's something to think about. I need to. I want to kickstart that project, so I need to see how I can make the logos and stuff. So stay tuned. Look at that, we got another enemy of the show. Fantastic, Harvey. What's up?
You gotta do it.
Real manga, fake manga, hell yeah. Man, can you imagine if the freaking shirts come with QR codes and it's this one right here? You remember what this one does, right?
Is that the one where Jess says like fuck
Yes.
you or something?
Yes, the secret video. Imagine if it came with that QR logo in the tag. And people scan it and it shows the clip. Oh, geez.
It'd be so funny if like you were walking around wearing a shirt with that, and all of a sudden in the distance you hear someone's phone play that, and you turn around like.
I would love that so much. Hell yeah. Oh man, now you're giving me ideas. I want to do that. I think I can name some enemies of the show. There's a bunch. There's some real enemies of the show that we're not going to get into, but there's some fun enemies out there too. Let's see. Most shirt companies need vector art. I will look into it, Josh. Thank you. You've talked to me in the past about it, so I'll talk to you about it.
Does YouTube with their thing? Do they use a specific like store or company or whatever?
I think it's Teespring.
Okay, so it's one of those like they're kind of cheaply made.
Yeah.
Also, otherwise, Colleen has experience with that stuff,
Right?
because they have plenty of merch, and their stuff is cool because
Yes.
their stuff Colleen's stuff is cool because they have like not just t-shirts and stuff, but also like
The
sweaters,
hats and stuff.
hats and hoodies, stickers, all that jazz.
Hey, there's a plug. Thank you, James.
So y'all can check out like what type of stuff that they have at their store and
Yeah,
get an idea of like what we could do if we do something similar.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Can you let me know who the enemies are so we can collab? Sure. Sometime in the future. I can't say anything right now. Anyways, so that's what's happening. I didn't haul anything. I'm not getting anything. I did grab, I talked about it on Monday. I did grab, or yesterday? I don't know. Wait, today's Thursday. So nobody heard me yesterday, but my own stupid head. Anyways, I did grab Hunter x Hunter. So that's it. I'm saving money on other stuff that I can't reveal just yet. Riley knows what's up, and some people in the chat, because I want to make a video on it. It's not going to be a super popular video, but I'm excited to make it. I just need the project to be done to do like a cool video on it and blah blah blah. So you'll know eventually.
I think
yes, there's a new volume out, Josh, for Hunter x Hunter.
I think who got promoted to like primary enemy of the show this season is whoever robbed me. Like that they are this season's big bad.
Yeah.
They ended the 2025 season with a big cliffhanger, and we're starting the 2026 season with the Omni retrieval arc.
Yeah, that would be fun. It's gonna happen. I'm sure of it. Riley became an unintentional celebrity. That was a fun blood. Not fun, but for me it was, because I was not expecting it, and then I felt bad. I didn't tell you, but why did they use the screen grab that they did?
Dude, we were laughing so hard because we were in the car going to sell stuff at the game store.
Yeah.
And she hadn't seen the article. And And so she looked it up, and it was funny because I was ranting a little bit about Bleeding Cool, but I was like, the article for the most part is good. Like, it's fine. It's not like, because Rich especially like will make cheeky comments and stuff, but this one was very just like good.
Yeah.
But the screenshot of my video, me making this like awkward face, like awkward, slightly disgusted face, I was like, oh, come on, dude. Like, they didn't reach out to me at all. Like, I was tagged to tell me that, like, I had a follower on Twitter tagged me to tell me, like, hey, did you see this? I was like, oh my God, like, again, these people.
But it felt sincere, and
yeah, no, it
will of helping out.
It absolutely did, which I was happy, because like, not always true from anyone, but also not always true with Rich Johnson. But I think Rich and I, I'm not on a first name basis with him at all, but I'm gonna keep saying it. I think we're similar in the way that we get really like cheeky and sarcastic with what we write if it's something that we don't like, or if we're trying to like push an agenda and I'm trying to tell you like why I don't like something, but I don't want to flat out say what, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say. But he didn't do that, and it was very sincere. But I wish that he had reached out, like, in general, just to be like, hey, do you mind if we post about the situation? And then also so I could have provided him with a better picture and been like, here, use this of me not mid-sentence, like grieving everything that just happened.
Bleeding Cool could be a lot worse. They could be the beat. Damn, Harvey. We need answers about blackjack. I don't know. They play that a lot in casinos. I don't know.
Yeah, hit me.
Okay. So let's just awkwardly transition into the topic. Why not, Harvey? You earned it. Kodansha is the first one. They're the first ones, right, this year to start announcing stuff. And they're doing the shtick of a couple books per day. So I'm pretty sure tomorrow we're going to get new ones. And I'm going to be pissed off because we couldn't talk about them tonight. But whatever. I guess we'll talk about them next week. And they're doing... Kodansha announces final round of new print manga licenses for fall of 2026. And yeah, from now until Friday. Son of a beeswax. Okay.
Yeah, so we missed the last day.
Sorry.
So
let me share my screen here. So this is the their website. Sorry, Kodansha. And right at the gate, this was from today, so we're gonna go backwards from today and then yesterday. Out of freaking nowhere, nobody expected it. This was like the Spanish Inquisition of announcements. Blackjack Deluxe Edition by Osamu Tezuka. This 3-part reissue collects in oversized format select stories from the original series. Volume 1 will contain those that the creator did in color. Volumes 2 and 3 will cover the creator's own best of selection. I would have preferred them announcing, hey, we're going to do the full series of Blackjack finally so we can own it. But I'm not going to say no to a best of deluxe edition hardcover. Right?
Yeah.
Especially because
the exact same way.
Yeah. I think if this sells well, it could be an incentive for them down the line to say, like, okay, why don't we just try putting this out there again? Because there's interest in this.
And doing it in a better edition than the Let's Try Drops of God again.
What do you mean select stories? Well, how many issues total are there for Blackjack? Or sorry, chapters.
I believe there's like 242 chapters or something like that. Okay, so
25 volumes.
It has never been fully released before in English.
Right.
There were 2 previous editions. Excuse me. The first version that came out, I believe, I think there's only 2 previous editions. Excuse me. The first version was Viz Media. They did 2 volumes that they compiled. Then Years later, in like the 2010s, I think it was when Vertical released theirs. And that's the one that we have now that's a lot more familiar. The first 3 volumes of that 17 volume edition more or less have stayed in print. This is based on a specific version that was released in Japan, so it wasn't like Vertical just did this on their own and decided to do it this way for whatever their reason was. It is a specific license. It was a specific license for this version of it. The original series, as it was originally released, was 25 volumes. So 17 volumes that are not in order. Like if you look at the chapters that are included with each volume, it's all over the place. Like it has like the first volume starts with chapter 1 and then it skips ahead to like chapter 40 something or something like that. Let me find it. Oh, even more. So it's the first volume has chapter 1, 167, 12, 52, 29, 50, 86, 185, 57, 54, and 49. And then every single volume jumps around like that. So this is the Akita Deluxe Edition, which is the same as what we did here. The chapters that were not included in any of those volumes are 22, 28, 36, 37, 41, 58, 76, 128, 139, 171, and 209. However, a few of those were included in special hardcover editions that Vertical published of 1 through 3. So in total, 8 chapters have never been released before in English. What material these 3 hardcover editions are going to collect, I'm not sure yet. They haven't said which stories and which chapters. They might be directly based on a 3-volume set. I haven't looked into it, like a one that exists in Japan. I have not looked into that to find out, but hopefully we'll find out somewhat soon. Either way, getting some Tezuka in a deluxe edition format is going to be exciting. I'm making the grand assumption that it's going to be a hardcover in the same trim as most deluxe edition manga are, but I don't want to put all my eggs in that basket because there's always a chance that it's not going to be that size. I'm hoping it is. I'm thinking it will be, but there's always a chance until we find out more information. So that's what we're with.
These copies were gifted to me. There's only how many? It's only these 3, right? Or am I missing something?
Those are the first 3 of the 17-volume set.
Okay, gotcha.
But they are the only ones that Vertical and Kodansha have kept in print.
Right. Okay. So the first one is a hardcover.
So you have the special one that includes a bonus chapter.
Oh, okay. Look at me, I'm special. There's a rip here. Sorry.
No,
but you can see here it's a previous exclusive cover. So that's cool.
That should include a bonus chapter. That's not included in the paperback.
Let me check real quick. So Blackjack is super great. It's legendary. I know Blackjack from the animated adaptations, but I've never read the series itself in full. Just these handful of stories. So yeah, it's interesting. I guess it's a little bit of a gamble. You might think Tezuka, Blackjack, but for a newer crowd, I do think Kodansha sees it as a little bit of a gamble, throwing it out in 2026. So they're taking a shot with one book to see how it sells, which I think will do pretty freaking well. That's just my prediction.
Yeah, I think so as well.
So interesting. Volume. Oh, wait, let me go back. You can't see it. Nope, not that. Sorry. There we go. So again, yeah, volume 1 will 3-part reissue collection. So it's collecting everything in one, right? The first 3. This 3-part issue reissue collection and select stories from the original series, volume 1, we're going to or are they doing 3 deluxe editions? Now I'm
It
confused.
sounds like 3 deluxe editions, but I don't know how much. Like, are they going to be big, thick books like typical deluxe editions? That's one of the questions that I have. Like, how much material will be collected in these compared
Right.
to what all exists and what chapters are going to be in there? Because I want to assume they're going to be jumping around with the chapters just like they did with the previous ones.
Okay.
But if it's his best of selection, it's you're not going to, you can read these without having problems with continuity. And if it's his selection of the best stories, then this is going to be more or less the best stories from the series. But of course, we would love to have a comprehensive collection with the entire series.
Yeah, in order. Yeah. So that's super interesting. Keep your eyes on this one, your radar, and on your radar, and order it if you're interested. Obviously, they also announced, not as exciting, sorry for me at least. Blue Lock is getting a full color selection, although it's not technically full color. Blue Lock's most thrilling soccer moments in brilliant color. So this is another compilation, basically. Each volume of this series contains the greatest chapters centered on fan favorite characters from the hit soccer manga Blue Lock, meticulously colorized and coming to you in a comics trade, although that is pretty cool, comics trade size paperback, plus a new bonus character profile section. Volume 1 focuses on Yoichi Isagi, Volume 2 on Seishiro Nagi, and Volume 3 on Michael Kaiser, just in time for the World Cup. So you can go to the World Cup while reading this and ignore the World Cup and just read Blue Lock.
I think it's very similar to what they did for Attack on Titan. Do you remember they did those like basically just best of compilations in color? I think they put 2 of those out. And those were larger, if I'm not mistaken. I think those were larger, like trade paperback trim size as well.
7 Seas did that with one of my favorites, Miss Kobayashi. They did 2 of the chromatic whatever editions where it's select stories in full color. That one was pretty cool. So I like when they do that. But it says full color selection. Just be aware it's a handful of stories. That seems to be a running theme tonight. This was announced yesterday, but it's still pretty awesome. This is an omnibus release. Do I pronounce it as Idol or Adol?
I want to assume it's by the subject matter that it's probably pronounced idol.
Like an idol singer. Okay.
Yeah.
This is by Kazu Inabe, Yu Kuraishi, and Ku Tanaka. Let's see. In this dark showbiz thriller, a sick fan of a mediocre idol singer becomes a monstrous presence possessing the electrical grid. He wields his strange new powers mercilessly to make his stand a success, whether she likes it or not. This is the part that blew my mind because I laughed so hard. It's Death Note meets Perfect Blue in a tense, horrific mystery featuring Final Destination style kills against a toxic celebrity backdrop from the creators of Fort of Apocalypse and Starving Anonymous. Like, whoa, settle down, guys. All right, don't throw all these properties at me. So each omnibus volume contains 2 parts, almost 400 pages of manga, a complete story in 3 books, perfect for fans of Dragonhead, PTSD Radio, and Homunculus. That's interesting. All right, so he's basically Electro from Spider-Man, but a simp for a idol singer.
A little similar to
Hikari Man.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think.
Hikari Man has like lightning powers.
Yeah, I was trying to find it on my shelf because I couldn't remember the title. But yeah, it's similar to Hikari Man in concept.
The cover looks striking, though. I do love the red-black cover design. I love the cover for this omnibus. Hell yeah. The other one is Nagi. A quiet witch, a girl in love. Nakika was once a feared witch of the deep sea, but has started a life on the surface to learn about human emotions. Nagisa is a naive romantic and Nakika's best friend, and although she might not always understand Nagisa's infatuation, her compassion for Nagisa is deeper than the Pacific Ocean. Using her magical powers to support Nagisa's quest for love deepens Nagika's understanding of the human world, but it also strengthens her ties to the land and to Nagisa herself. Follow the 1000% wholesome story of a girl in love and her watchful guardian. I know nothing about this, but if it's a water base, are there going to be mermaids? Is this something that I need to keep an eye out? I don't know. Let me know, chat.
Is it water based or oil based?
Water because the Pacific Ocean. And where was
What
it?
are you waiting for?
A witch of the deep sea. So I'm thinking maybe she has, or maybe she's a mermaid. I don't know. Then we got an all ages book, which is really wholesome and sweet. Say Hello to Mr. Wallaby. This is by Marume Goshika. This is okay. One day, a Japanese professor on a field expedition to Australia has the surprise of a lifetime when a wallaby suddenly falls on him from the trees above. The wallaby is slightly put out, as he explains quite calmly, because you see, he was distracted while reading a book about one of his favorite subjects, Bushido. He's a bit of an otaku and has always dreamed of going to Japan. The professor is instantly charmed, of course, and whisks Mr. Wallaby off to Japan. Mr. Wallaby, inspired by the professor, says he also wants to become a teacher, studying the Bushido blade.
You said it sounds adorable.
I did.
I like the cover. I don't know what's going to happen to... Look at that guy. Oh, I guess I should have opened the images. You can see the Mr. Wallaby here. Let me open this one. Stop. All right. Oh my God. What are you doing? Okay. Here's the other cover. And everyone's favorite here. It's pretty sick. Blue lock. I like the best thing about the blue lock is that it's a comic, like a trade size book.
Yeah, that's fun.
And here's Blackjack. Not the most exciting of covers, but that's okay.
Blue Jack and Black Lock.
Right. So tomorrow we're gonna get new ones, probably like 2 or 3. I have no idea. I have no idea what they're gonna be, but it's gonna be interesting. I hope they're fun releases, licenses, whatever.
I'm hoping that, of course, we get a full Blackjack reissue eventually, but I'm also hoping that someone will pick up Phoenix and put that one out there.
Yeah, man.
Because the rest of Blackjack and Phoenix are the main things missing from my English Tezuka library. Of course,
sorry, go ahead.
The English library barely scratches the surface of everything that he did, but you know, I can only collect what they give us. So
let's see. Oh shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. Hold on. Tezuka. Phoenix. I never found the freaking Spanish edition with the hardcover edition thing.
yeah,
I was willing to buy it, but I never found a store that would sell and ship to my area. So, all right, but I could read the Spanish edition, but I don't know where I can buy it. If anybody knows, let me know so I can grab it. Let's see over here. We do have a new imprint. This news was released a week or a week and a half ago or something, or a week ago. And I completely forgot because I did want to bring it up because we always highlight the new imprints and stuff. This is from Crossed Hearts. So I'm going to reference their tweet, the Anime News Network article, and their website, which I thought was pretty interesting. So it's a little bit of old news, but that's okay. Let's see. Crossed Hearts. As the year turns its final page, Crossed Hearts introduces Glam Beat, a brand new imprint devoted to women-driven stories that are intimate, bold, and unapologetically romantic. Sorry. At its heart, Glam Beat celebrates girls' love in all its intensity, vulnerability, and emotional complexity, giving them the dedicated focus and care they deserve. Licensing for the imprint is already well underway, and yes, we're listening closely. Every recommendation you've shared is being carefully considered as we shape what Glam Beat will become. We'll be returning very soon with exciting announcements and reveals for the imprint. We hope you welcome Glam Beat with the same love and passion that inspired its creation. Your encouragement fuels our journey, and your support directly shapes what we bring to print. It's only just the beginning. What are your initial thoughts on this?
I don't remember if any Crossed Hearts books have come out yet.
That's why I want to go over here to their website.
But
I know nothing of any of these series.
Yeah, I haven't bought anything if they have released anything yet, so I don't know the quality of the books themselves. That aside, I think it's obviously a really good thing to see another publisher put out something focused on GL, because we only really have the Seven Seas GL line at the moment. And then like other publishers do put out GL, but they don't have specific imprints dedicated to it.
Right. This is their first manga that's coming out, I believe, in May of this year. You're Way Too Cheeky, Chigaya-kun, Volume 1. And they're doing something a little bit different. You get the regular edition, or you can get the limited edition with an Obi. Shout out to the Obis. Let me click on this one.
Obi.
And it comes with an exclusive Shikishi board. That is pretty cool. So for a couple extra dollars, can I click on this preview? Nothing naughty? Okay, we're good. Okay, I like the art. So this will be their first manga release. You can already buy it, pre-order, I guess. But they do have a lot of manhwa here. Let me double check. Yeah. So apparently these already came out. I know nothing about these series. From a Knight to a Lady, Baroness Goes on Strike, The Archduke's Adopted Saint. This limited edition comes with a bookmark. That's cool. The regular editions, for the Knight to a Lady, the limited edition comes with a tarot card. So that is pretty sweet that they all have different items. The other one has a special pop-up card. That's cool. Limited edition with a photo card set. I don't mind this gimmick because it's two separate things. You're not forcing people to buy it, but it's cool that you get exclusive items per purchase. I'm not a manhwa fan, but I will check out if I can, I will check out the manga and support Crossed Hearts. Why not? And if anybody's wondering what the hell this series is about, it says here the description. Ever since the day they met, no matter how many times she tries to brush him off, Natsume somehow always ends up at the center of Chigaya's playful aim. His words, his smiles, his relentless teasing, all reserved just for her. Every grin, every mischievous jab feels like another arrow released with precision, and the more she tries to dodge, the closer his aim seems to get. As her heart races faster with every encounter, she can't help but wonder, could there be something more behind his teasing than just a joke? We will find out, I guess. So ANN published an article about it. Let me see if I missed anything. Publisher assured fans that the new imprint is not a limited initiative or short-term experiment, adding it represents Crossed Hearts' long-term commitment to girls' love as a genre with lasting cultural impact and global relevance. The company in a press release. There you go. So shout out to Crossed Hearts that I had no idea they were putting stuff out. That's great. Unlike what was the one that we made fun of because they never
Blue
put
Petal.
out. That just turned out to be like a merch
Hasn't
company.
been anything. They keep posting about like random crap. They're like, oh, we're doing merch, we're doing whatever, we're doing this, we're doing that, and like they still have not done a single license.
They should have just said like, hey, we're just going to be a merch company for BL stuff, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. That would win a lot of people over. But they said they were going to put out books and stuff. Hasn't happened. None of the Crossed Heart books have come out yet. Oh, they haven't.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but I couldn't recall. But thank you for clarifying.
But this ruffles my feathers. Why? Where am I? Hold on. Wait a minute. Bestseller. I am okay. So bestseller in terms of pre-order, I guess. Okay. And when are these books coming out? Crossed Hearts, come on, man. Chop, let's go. It doesn't say. What the hell? Okay. We'll find out. Keep us posted, chat, if you guys see anything. I'm interested to see the trajectory because we like when there's new imprints in this podcast. The way Cross Hearts talks about stuff cracks me up. I understand what they're trying to say, but it does sound pretty funny with the cultural relevance and global impact and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, thank you. So shout out, I guess. I think some of their stuff is out digital, but I'm not sure. Sounds about right. Okay. Thank you, Mercedes. Oh, the other one is Mermaid Adjacent. You need it. Damn it. Okay. All right. I'll add it to the list. And Riley, since I have you here, let me pick your brain for one quick minute. I want to ask you something. Hold on. In your opinion, what would be, or if you can give me 5 manga that you're looking forward to in 2026?
Oh, geez.
What's could be previous volumes from series you're collecting, could be a new edition of an old series, could be a new number 1.
I think, I've talked about it before. Battle Royale. I'm excited about that this month. Nice. I never got to finish the series with the Tokyo Pop editions, and I'm excited for the new updated translation. I think Billy Bat's an easy one as well. I'm not crazy about the physicality of it and like Kana's books feeling so cheap. I'm assuming that one's going to feel the same way as their others. But also I don't like that it's a small trim when like literally everything else we've gotten from Urasawa has been a larger trim, but hey, whatever. What else is coming out? I'm
that
excited.
Scenario, sorry to butt in, that scenario is similar to Sando with Itagaki being on Viz with large trim size books, and now Sanda's super tiny with horrible binding.
The Masamune books that were announced from Dark Horse are super exciting. I'm very happy to be getting those series back in print. Honestly, I think Blackjack might have, like, even though it's not the perfect version of it, that probably just elevated up towards the top of the list. And I think I might include the Witch Hat Grimoire editions, just because I'm looking forward to how those wind up being physically, because I think it's France that has deluxe edition hardcovers. They are really, really nice. They're really stunning releases. So very, very much looking forward to that. Yeah, just off the top of my head, some that I could recall.
Thank you.
I know there are probably some new licenses things that have not come out before, other than Billy Bat, but I just couldn't think of them immediately.
When we get other friends of the show on this show, I'll ask again so we can have everybody's like favorite releases for the year. I'm working on a video on it, so I'm not going to spoil all of my choices, but I can say that Josh, you're onto something here because I do want Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai Volume 6. I am so hyped about that. Appleseed, that's a must get. Billy Bat, I'm really excited for. What else do I have here on my folder? The Ghost in the Shell box set that's coming out next month. Witch Hat, the Grimoire edition, hell yeah. Magical Girl Dandelion, I'm excited for that one. Beck, the Omni 2-in-1 that's coming out.
Yeah.
There's a bunch. So we'll wait for my videos. So yeah, just scrolling through some of the announcements here so we can take a look at the releases, like Beast Player, whatever this is, whatever that is. Viz, for example, let's go all the way to April. Why not? Let's travel forwards in time. I did not prepare for this segment, so I can't pull all the different websites right now. But you can see some here, like Vagabond Deluxe Editions. Mortifying Ordeal of Being Seen. I know it has a bad rap. I'm kind of interested in reading it. I don't know.
You know what else we should probably touch on is, because it's relevant for both of us. Damn everyone who doesn't care about this. But the Lupin announcements from Discotech.
Oh, hell yeah. Let me find that. Discotech. Do they post them on their website? Let me check.
I know they're on their Twitter. I don't know about the website.
Your releases. No. News. Damn it. This website is not good. What the hell? Fix your website. Links.
Yeah, it's not great.
Dude, look at this. Discotech releases are available from deepdiscountdvd.com, Best Buy, animenation.com, suncoast.com, Right Stuff, Exploited Cinema. I don't want to go there. That sounds weird. Diabolic. Okay. Jesus. Somebody needs to work on this website. Blu-ray. There's Lupin. Discotech. Discotech. Twitter. Oh, it's going to show me that. Hold on. Let me log into Omnibros because it's going to show me old tweets. Give me 1 second. They made 3 announcements for the start of the year.
I think 4.
4? Okay.
3 or 4. 4. Yeah, pretty sure.
Josh, what the hell? Give me a second.
Lupin the Third. I went and saw the Lupin the Third, the new movie.
How was it?
Not realizing that it was. I should have known this. I obviously was not paying attention at all to marketing for the movie, but not realizing it was the latest in the line with like the woman called Fujiko Mine, and then all.
Oh, it's in that. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not.
So we go in, and it's like we were there, Carly and I, and then my friends, and one of my friends is like a pretty big Lupin fan, and then another one is like pretty interested in Lupin, but has only seen like a few things. And so I go in, and all of a sudden at the beginning of the movie, it's like 15 minutes of recap or something.
Not even recaps, like listing like every character.
Yeah.
Like their backstories, but like the most like insane recap of their backstories. Like if you were me and had no idea.
Yeah.
It made
she had zero context.
It was so
it was just like, and because they have to tell you like everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking a demon for some reason.
Yeah, like it's just like so much stuff just thrown at you right at the beginning, and then it gets to past that and it starts the story, and then all this stuff matters. Like, so literally everything that happened previously does come back. So it's like, oh, good thing they gave us a recap so we know like why these characters are important. And it was fun. Like it wasn't a bad time. It was well animated. It was enjoyable, but it definitely would have been better if everyone knew what was going on instead of like coming in cold like that. And it has not just, that is true, that series has been good. Not just do we have all of the stuff from that line comes back, but there's reference to the very first Lupin the Third movie. And surprisingly, my friend who's pretty into Lupin did not know anything about the first Lupin movie. And so when something happens in there, he was very confused. And I leaned over expecting like that he was going to look at me and we were going to like have a moment where we're like, yeah. And because I leaned over and I was like, I knew it. Like I knew this was connected to that. And then we got out of the movie and he was like, the fuck? And I said, you haven't seen the other one? You never saw it? I was like, that's the first one from like 1978 or whatever. And he's like, I've never seen that one. So I showed him. We came back to my place and I was like, this one is this guy. And he's like, oh man, that is the same person. Yeah. So slight spoilers if you know the context, I guess. But yeah, if you go watch it, it would help you out to know, to have experienced the woman called Fujiko Mine, and then all the three other like short movies that followed it. Was it Jigen's Gravestone?
I'm pulling them up here. So you need to watch. You need some basis of Lupin the Third, and then you need to watch Lupin the Third, The Woman Called Fujiko Mine, which was this avant-garde, mature take on the Lupin franchise. Then it had OV or ONAs or OVAs, whatever, short movies as sequels. The first one was Jigen's Gravestone, which is really freaking good. Then was Goemon's Blood Spray. Then it was followed up by Fujiko's Lie. Then Zenigata and the Two Lupins. I haven't seen that.
That one has not been released in the US. So that one, even if you were caught up on everything else, you would go in there and be like, what the hell is this?
I know. That's interesting.
I
want to own the Lupin the Third stuff. You have a full set of what's available. Mm-hmm. I started doing that, and then I'm like, this will be around forever. And then I never bothered getting everything. I have the Fujiko Mine stuff, blah blah blah. I have part 4, the Italian adventure, cool. But then part 5 and part 3 went out of print. I'm like, okay, I'm out. So if they put them back in to print, I will happily buy them. But I was really upset when I saw that.
At least regarding if you wanted to start collecting the TV specials, they did announce something that would help you with that.
Right. Segue into this tweet. Super Kind of Small Discotheque Day, which was Tuesday. The first one, I don't know if I can play this, but no audio. So the first up, no Blu-ray shot or anything, no Glam shot, but we're getting the Lupin the Third versus Cat's Eye, which you long suspected that this would be the next announcement because they were pretty much done with everything Lupin.
Yeah, I pretty much assumed that.
2023 special will have Japanese 5.1 and 2.0 audio with subs plus the English dub along with a selection of extras. That's pretty cool. Can I scrub through it? Yes. You can sort of see it here. I will probably get this because I do like Cat's Eye a lot. That's my favorite out of the City Hunter universe. Then some live action stuff that I honestly don't care. Cutie Honey Tears. This is a 2016 cyberpunk reimagining of Cutie Honey. You can sort of see some of the things here. I hope there's nothing not safe for work that could get us demonetized.
Gonna be like a nude scene all of a sudden.
Random. Volta's V. This is one of the mecha series that I'm too young to know about. This is for the older crowd. It's cool, I guess. This is for Omar. Omar's a fan of this stuff, so he'll get it.
You could be too.
Yeah. And then last up, we didn't get a video for it, but we did get the Blu-ray Glam shot, which is always great. I love seeing the artwork. Lupin the Third TV Specials Collection 1. I love seeing that one there because we're going to get more. The first 5 specials from 1989 to 1993, collected in HD. All 5 are subbed. 1 and 5 are dubbed. It has commentary, liner notes, galleries, commercials, and more.
And this is notable also because specials 2, 3, and 4 have not been released in HD. They were only available on DVD. So this is upgrading 3 out of 5 of the specials that were only available on DVD.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun. We watched the first special last night and the night before, kind of split up between those nights. And we started watching the 5th one because we were working on some other stuff. So we needed something that was dubbed we could listen to while doing other things. And the first one is directed by Osamu Dazaki. So it is really nicely animated. The story is pretty fun, and the one notable thing about the dub is that they translate Lupin's name from the French to English, so everyone calls him Wolf instead of Lupin.
Yeah,
which is really weird because all of a sudden, like, I think Zenigata might be the first person that sees him, either Zenigata or Jigen, and they just call him Wolf. They're like, Wolf, and like I was like, what?
that's a choice. Okay.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. But for those playing along at home with these announcements, with the Cat's Eye crossover announcement, the only real thing that they're missing is the new movie, and that, like, the Zenigata and the 2 Lupins that hasn't been released in English, which I feel like they'll probably tack that on. And then there's a few small things. There was a set called like the Master Collection or something like that. That was Master Files, I think is what it was. That was released in Japan, and they have a bunch of clips, like smaller things that were included with a bunch of other stuff. And a few of the things from the Master Files have never been released in English, like a clip called 3D CG, Lupin the Eighth, which is really just like storyboards for something that didn't happen. There's like 1 or 2 other little things. And then there's a comedy series that was released, I think, online that's never been released in physically for English audiences, called Lupin Shansei instead of Sansei, which is like a parody thing that they translated to Lupin the Third, because it's like he's slurring his speech, like they're drunk saying it.
Yeah.
So those are the only things not released at all. And then the things that need to be upgraded to HD, aside from those 3 specials, is part 2, which I'm hoping they'll do a re-release of that, because I think that's become hard to find, if I'm not mistaken. 2 of the later, I think, TV special, like 13 and 15, I think, just looking from a distance. The Red versus Green OVA and film number 4, the Fuma Conspiracy. Those have all never been released in HD, and Fuma Conspiracy has been out of print for a long time, so I just need them to re-release it, period.
Lupin the Third, part 2. Fuma had a DVD release. right?
Yeah, Fuma was released on DVD a long time ago, and they like haven't re-released it, so it's very expensive on secondhand markets. And I don't know. I think they reissued part 2 maybe a few years ago or 2 years ago or something. Because when I started piecing my collection together, they didn't have all of it readily available. So I just waited, and fortunately, it did come back into print.
Yeah, part 2 is out of print.
Okay, so it went back out of print. Hopefully, that being out of print right now might be a sign that they'll re-release it in like a SD on BD
Mm-hmm.
and pack more episodes per disc, so they can make it like 1 box or something, or 2 boxes instead of 4.
Let me check real quick here. I found a Reddit post from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, where's Lupin? There's a lot. All the DVDs are pretty much out of print. They're not going to reprint those. But there was a recent post, I think from a month ago, but now I can't find it. Hold on, let me do one quick search here. Discotheque Media. About Us, okay. New releases. News. No, this page is not working. Never mind. Okay, so this is coming out. Great. I will probably get it. I'm excited. Looking forward to that. Shut up. I own Fuba, and that is a good one. Nice. I feel part 2 is the most known.
That's the only one. Fuma is the only one that I'm missing, unfortunately. And part 2 probably is the most known, since it also was the longest running one.
Part 2 was the one that aired on Adult Swim, or was it part 1?
I think they did part 2 first.
Yeah, because that was the first.
It aired for a while. They did that one for a while, since it's like, what is it, like 150 episodes or more or something? Like it's pretty significantly longer than the rest of the parts.
I remember the Adult Swim broadcasts, and they would air Lupin episodes towards the end. So that was always fun. I always found it to be a quirky series, but a lot of fun. That made me a fan, and then I started grabbing the different Blu-rays and stuff. Eventually,
that was the friend that I mentioned that we went to the theater together, who's also a fan. That was like whenever we were growing up, I would stay over the night at his house, and we would just be up watching anime all night. And I remember watching Lupin with him, and like watching episodes of Case Closed that would come on and stuff. So yeah,
Lupin the Third Lupin has had several runs on Adult Swim. Part 2 in 2003, introducing many U.S. viewers to the characters. They later aired part 4 and 5 in 2022.
Yeah, so part 2, I remembered correctly, was what they started with, and that they showed that for a good amount of time.
So shout out.
Man, good times. And that was also around when Tokyo Pop was publishing the manga.
And around that time, I remember they had Trigun airing back to back with Lupin.
Yeah.
And sometimes the Lupin episodes would be in the desert, and then it switched to Trigun, and that would be in a desert. I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening? So that was fun. Josh said earlier, I had no idea that they called him Wolf because Lupin assets were.
I assumed. I wanted to assume that it was something to do with Arsène Lupin, and that they couldn't say Lupin, but I didn't look up anything about it to verify my thoughts about that or not.
You know what series you need to watch? Oh shoot, I really loved it, but I'm blanking on the name. It released like 2 years ago. I'm on Google searching powers. Don't fail me now.
Lupin.
I found it. You need to watch Undead Girl Murder Farce. I don't know if you remember that one.
I remember you mentioning that.
Lupin shows up in that, but it's not this anime Lupin, but it's still the same character, the original French character. I thought it was excellent. I would seriously recommend watching that series. It's based off a light novel series. I think it has a manga adaptation, and the anime had like 13 episodes, and it aired in 2023, so I was off by a year. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Let's see if I missed any comments. Chat. The author of The Mortifying Ordeal of Being Seen drew some horny bisexual art of like 6 or so random. Is OC original character? They drew on their Twitter, and I was like, I like you. Okay. Shout
Was it
out.
their Sonic the Hedgehog OCs?
Oh my god. So I like the art. It looks interesting. So I will look into it. Why not?
Like Darkwing the Hedgehog.
Bugle Call has been really good.
Like Trevor the Hedgehog.
I was debating if I should say this or not, but we're already close to the end of the show, so I might as well just do it. It's pretty salty of me. Apologies. The other day I was watching a video at work. Somebody was doing was it like a collection video or something like that? I was in the mood for content like that, and they were showing off their manga collection, which is nice. Then they got to Gachikuda, our favorite book here, and I had never heard that pronunciation before. The person recording said gachakata or something like that. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. So I went on a weird Google session to try and locate the Japanese pronunciation. And eventually I found a trailer for it, and we were right all along because it's Gachakuda. Or the U is silent, but they pronounce it like Gachakuda or something.
Like,
anyways, that was a
Gachakta.
weird, yeah, Gachikata.
Gachiakta.
Yeah. But then the person that I'm making fun of, sorry, they were going way off, separating the two and saying like Gachakata or something like that. I'm like, that is a wild way to pronounce that book. I don't know if you saw, but it's getting a video game adaptation too.
I like got your cooter.
That's the proper one, right?
That's the way. I forgot to show one thing. It's not really my haul, and it's not really a haul, but it's cool.
Yeah, December last month it was announced there is the Gachakuda game. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. Hold on, let me highlight you. Look at that sexy thing. Damn, dude.
It's a standee like that you would see like on the counter at a video game store.
Oof, I am so jealous right now. Wow.
Featuring Knuckles.
People shit on that game, but I like playing it. It was one of the highlights of the 32X. That console did not last long, but it was fun. Man, standees and everything. Let's freaking go. Yeah, I wish to one day own a standee, probably like something Donkey Kong related or Pokemon, but they're too expensive. As Jess would say, it's Chuckles. Yeah. Knuckles Chaotix. Let's freaking go. Is this the link to my Discord, Josh? That's awesome. If you have OC Sonic characters, buy OC Sonic characters, share it in Geo's Discord. Yeah, no, don't do. Well, if you are going to, label it appropriately and hit the spoiler thing so you don't blind scar the regular Discord members. Let's see. I think we covered everything. StreamYard doesn't like Geo. They know that I don't like StreamYard. That's why. So yeah, that's about it. Let's give a shout out to our sponsor before we go. InStockTrades.com, your home for all the cool manga that you can get for great discounted prices. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more on your order. And there's a loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% off to your book orders when you make these on a weekly basis. Great packaging and wonderful customer service only at InStockTrades.com. Also, at the end of January, the last Monday, we will do the $50 gift card courtesy of InStock Trade. So if you want to participate on that, you got to tune into the last Monday stream of the month, and hopefully you'll win it. We do it every month, so if you lose, don't worry about it. Try again the other month. Amazing stream tonight. Take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your week. Be kind to one another, and see you all next time. Read some manga. Tomorrow, supposedly, we haven't heard anything, but the Omnis are set to air. So if you care about the world of collected editions, this is the premier top tier award show that you can't miss. We do it every year except 2025, where we skipped it to 2026. So in 2026, you will have 2 Omni award shows, and it's going to be hosted by OmniDog with correspondent Lou, and there will be guest stars. Who? I have no idea. This we were not told about this. I'm just assuming they're going to be guest stars. So tune in for that, please. 8-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll be back on Monday for all the previews for the new collected editions of next week. Riley, what you got cooking up when you're not here with us? What's been happening?
Well, once we, I'm gonna try to get the what's it called, the January buyer's guide out on like by Tuesday, and then we're moving, so I have to spend most of my free time for the next like week getting things packed up. But I also do want to get I want to get a library tour filmed so I can show everyone the library before it gets busted down.
I got an idea for you, but I'm going to tell it off air just in case.
Okay.
So yeah.
But I need to get my 2 sponsored bids for the month out, because I do need that money for the move. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna try to get those, probably work on that stuff this weekend. The one thing that would really help it go smoothly is if, like, on top of all the necessary like money for deposit stuff, like if we can have extra to pay for movers, but if we can't, then that's what's gonna really suck. That's
I wish I could do that. But
we have to rent a truck anyway, so I think you have to like measure the cost of like movers against renting our own truck.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna be able to move your books without movers.
Yeah, we'll just get someone to float us something and then pay them back in February.
Has some good advice. Don't stress yourself trying to film a library tour, though.
No, I need to do it for the money. I need.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
Sponsored.
I got an idea, and it's gonna work. Hear me out. In a couple minutes, the manga tour is sponsored by.
Let's Comic Shop. That's who it's sponsored by.
Brought to you by Raid Final.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
Walt's Comic Shop.
You're also gonna get the sponsorship. What's the other one that they use? The one that they bring you food to your house. HelloFresh.
Yeah.
If you want to cook something while reading your favorite manga, you can try HelloFresh for whatever percentage off. Anyways. So we'll see what happens. SeatGeek. Yeah, if you want good seats to your living room while you read some manga, go to SeatGeek.
If you want to save,
if you want to visit random Japanese websites to learn about your favorite mangaka, Go to NordVPN and secure your web browsing. Keep throwing stuff at us. I'll keep improvising. You can find me on my channel, Manga Geekdom. I posted my anticipated manga releases of January if you want to take a look at that. And I have a new one coming out. This one's going to be a long form video. Very excited. It's the things I'm excited for in 2026. So I picked out 26 different manga, and there's some other stuff as well, like movies, video games, so on and so forth. That one's going to be really cool. Uber Eats. Are you tired of being super lazy and going out is the reverse of staying in, but so you want to eat at home while not missing your favorite books? Then Uber Eats is the sponsor of the library tour video. That did not make any sense. Sorry about that.
No, not really.
Gio, when are you going to sell out and be a shill for a random company? I know you're joking, but I always get upset when people like, oh, you're just a shill. Like, no shit, it's a business. You want to make money. Like, why aren't you happy for me that I'm getting money for doing stuff, and you want me to stay miserable and poor for the rest of my life and not make anything out of this damn website? I always get upset about that.
I got somewhat related. I got a bunch of dumb comments on the video I put up about the whole theft situation.
That sucks.
But the one that I didn't get was anyone saying like something about me keeping monetization on the video, which I would have happily replied like, yeah, I have to get these books and I have to move. Yeah. I'm gonna turn on the monetization so I can get an extra like $100 next month.
I don't want to be a jackass, but the well wishes ain't gonna bring the books back.
Yeah,
you need to the money.
Thanks for saying hi and sorry about the situation.
BetterHelp. Ooh, okay. BetterHelp. Okay, you want me to do one for BetterHelp? This one sounds a little bit rough, so bear with me. Did reading stuff like Kingdom upset you mentally about how Viz is ruining their marketing by focusing on other stuff instead of the supposedly most solicited book of all time? Well, at BetterHelp, we're here to help you with your manga nerdy mental state. Go check them out.
Are you reading depressing books like Goodbye
Poon Poon
or Goodnight Poon Poon?
Goodnight Poon Poon. BetterHelp is here for you. Universal Studios Park. No, get out of here with Despicable Me with that nonsense. I refuse to acknowledge Despicable Me. Blah blah. Like, why would you not keep monetization on it?
Right. Right. I was expecting someone to say something. I was expecting someone to be like, weird video to have ads on or something like that. Because the stupid comments were okay, yeah. So there was someone who said, why would you leave your social security in a storage unit? And I just said, what? When did I say that? And then they said the comment said something like, my mom keeps mine safe in whatever. And I was going to be like, does she wipe your butt after you take a dump too? Like, what do you mean your mom has your social security card? I think that they, cause I said something about like, you know, it's not just my stuff that they took, but they also took my sense of security, and maybe they heard social security when I said sense of security.
That's awesome.
I don't know, but I was like, what?
That makes sense.
My mom keeps mine in a binder at home. Okay.
Okay, good for you.
That's good for your mom. And then there was another one person came in and they're like, the title of your video is going to confuse everyone because you don't collect comics, you collect Omnibros. And I was like, yeah. Are you the same person that made the exact same comment on a video of mine like 10 years ago?
Jesus. Were they calling your comics your social security?
I think they misunderstood what I said. What was the other?
Oh my gosh, low blow. pay for storage and they rub you blind. BetterHelp can listen to your problems.
Yeah, someone commented on the article on Bleeding Cool's website and said, "What's $35,000 of Omnibus worth? Like resale, like $250."
Oh wow! Okay.
There was another. There was another one that someone got pissed off about the fact that I said in the video I was robbed, and the literal definition of robbed is like violence against a person. Like if they broke in, if there's a person there and they broke in, then it's robbery. But that really doesn't matter aside from like for legal purpose or like official, like the police report.
Also, the alternative is
like you're saying like burglary versus burglary.
Yes. So literally I should have, because in the beginning of the video, we're content creators. Like we have to do things a certain way. Like at the beginning of the video, I started it with the hook. I was robbed. That's the hook. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like I know that it's a video about a topic that sucks. That's actually serious, but I still have to do a hook at the beginning. And so I said I was robbed, and they got pissed at that. But the alternative, the what I should have said, according to this person, was I was burgled. So can you imagine like me being like, 2 weeks ago I was burgled?
Oh my god.
What was the other one that I know there was others that were really dumb?
Chat, I just remembered. I needed to tell you this. Sorry. I got a really funny comment on one of my videos. I'm like, I made it. Let's freaking go, dude. Somebody was upset that I reviewed Witch's Life in Mongol, the first volume, and they called me a horrible human being because I did not take into consideration the historical suffering of neighboring Arab countries and stuff. I'm like, it's a manga written by Japanese people about fake or mostly fake characters. It's based on a real person, but whatever. It's still a fake. It's a book about fake people, and it's a book of. I cannot. And it just blew my mind that somebody would say you're a horrible being. Like, I was just reviewing. I gave you my first impressions on a cartoonish series that talks about serious issues. What is wrong with you to get upset about that? I just removed the comment, the people, and left it to scream to the void. They're not going to be able to comment anymore. So
I love that feature, the like hide user, so they can keep commenting, but they
like sending them to the negative zone, and they're just screaming at
they just keep saying stuff, but no one will ever see it, but they keep doing it.
That just stuck with me. Horrible human being. I'm like, did I like punch a child? Did I kill an animal? What happened that I get called a horrible human being? No, I reviewed a manga, Japanese manga, Witch's Life in Mongol. All right.
I actually took a screenshot of the one about I don't collect comics. So at Anthony Michael 3713
shout out,
who is hidden from my channel now because I was like, you're stupid. Open bracket. I don't know why, but they started with an open bracket. You're going to confuse people, PPL, but it's W/your title, with your title, period. Comics weren't stolen, comma. Omnibus editions were stolen, period. From what you say, comma, you collect omnibuses, comma, not comics, period. Omnibuses aren't comics, period. I wanted to say all of the punctuation because it was really funny to me that there's mostly like proper grammar and punctuation throughout that comment, but they started with a random open bracket and then said PPL instead of people and put W/your title. Like the whole rest of the comment was completely grammatically correct. So the first line and the rest of it is just completely off. But I had a comment like years ago after I did a library tour where they said someone commented something similarly saying like, you don't collect comics. Those are not comics. And I'm like, man, get your ass out of here. Like, I
used to get that a while ago before switching to manga. I would do my comic book haul, and then I would get idiots being like, you hauled graphic novels and collected editions, you didn't grab comics. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Shut up!
Graphic novels.
Ugh, disgusting. 2026. I need to get back to my not responding era because the attention is usually people want.
Yeah. That's
the thing
why I
is-
just void people. You just throw them in the void because that, like, usually that's what they want is for you to say something back every once in a while. Like the guy about the social security card,
Right.
I had to respond. I had to be like, "What are you talking about?" Because it was so off left field. But usually, no response. Oh, that's another. I think I told you the other night. I had someone respond that they just responded, "No, you never respond to."
Oh, you told me that. Yeah.
You never respond to people on Twitter and you spoil things without warning. And I was like, I don't remember ever spoiling things because I don't know when that might have happened. We usually
That's a random thing to get upset about.
Yeah, but then the other, like, you never respond on Twitter is because I literally keep my notifications off so that I don't get distracted and I don't get into arguments with people because it's not worthwhile.
Also,
And
you're not friends. You're not entitled to respond to any of his comments.
It's also funny because that when you do that, like the people who just respond to like because they want to get a rise out of you, they're shouting into the void already, like just from the beginning because I'm never gonna see their responses. Like I don't have notifications. I'm never gonna see what you say. Unless I actually decide to go through my comments, and every once in a while, I'll post something and not realize, like, oh, I guess that might have been a hot take or something, because there's like tons of retweets and tons of replies, and I'll go through and it's like people just seething, and I'm like, okay, never mind, and I just leave it. I'm like, a lot of times they try to get me to respond, and I'm just like, I'm a adult. Man, like I got a life. I got.
That's the thing that people need to understand. There's so much stuff happening more important than what we're discussing for you to obsess about. Like, it's not an omnibus, it's a comic book. Like, who gives a shit? Shut up. Move on. Do something else with your life.
It's like if you're doing physical media and you're like, my movie haul, and they're like, these aren't movies, they're Blu-rays. You're not collecting film strips. These are not, you didn't get these from the theater. These are not movies. They're Blu-rays.
Oh yeah.
Like, all right, man, whatever.
Javi posted my comic haul and someone disliked one of the books I bought. Every haul video that I post, people do dislike them. And I always find that funny. One, thank you for watching, regardless. And two, I just find it funny that I never talk bad about what I haul because I'm buying this stuff. So I'm guessing they don't like a certain book and they're like, I dislike the fact that you bought this. And I'm very positive with everything that I haul. I'm like super giddy about it. So I don't understand the mentality of being like, you know what? I dislike that you got the Akira hardcover the other day. Down book.
I got a comment.
Tomato.
What was it? There was another kind of unrelated one. I forgot.
Data or data?
Yeah, people are people. It's
people
funny.
Be peopling or whatever. People be people. So yeah. The lesson here, folks, is that where was it? Hold on. There's a lesson.
Oh, this is what I decided.
Yeah.
Because when I posted my video on YouTube and I posted a link to the video on Twitter, that was one of those types of posts where I didn't know that it took off on Twitter, and I went back and there was like 2,000 likes or some shit, and I was like, oh damn. And I scrolled through the comments a little bit, yeah. And there was someone commented, well, first there was someone who said, are you gonna let someone do that to you? And I was like, okay. And then there was someone else who said, like, yeah, they came in, they're like, can I take all your books? I'm like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, just go ahead. The door's open. It's all yours.
Then there was someone else who said the robber should have took back the Savage Dragon books. I was like, damn.
Oh my god. Wow.
Savage comment. I'm gonna tag Eric Larson and be like, yo, people be talking shit.
Yeah. Thank you, Kane. The lesson is be kind to one another. Empathy is a superpower. Amen to that.
I try, but
It's difficult. It's not
I
easy.
used to
But
be
you gotta
like,
keep at it.
it used to be like, I'll give you back what you put in. That used to be how it was. And I still kind of do that, but like paying less attention to things, and anything that I do see that is just negative, I'm like, yeah, it's not worth my energy. Like I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna be kind. I'm not gonna be like giving the same back every once in a while because it's funny. I don't know if Omar still does his pins of shame, but he used to do that on every video. Or if someone made a
I
stupid
remember
comment,
that. Yeah.
like someone was a jackass, he'd pin it and make a comment about them. I used to do that every once in a while, and I stopped doing that because I was like, it's not worth it. I don't care. But yeah, how was I gonna let someone burgle me?
You got burgled.
I got
Hashtag
burgled,
burgled.
man. I got so burgled. Remember that time we got burgled?
Burgles.
I got the Hamburglar came and burgled me.
That is, you know what? In your honor, the hashtag for the gift card is going to be something you related, probably like rye knuckles or burglary or burgle.
Just put hashtag burgled.
Yeah.
Hashtag burgled.
And not now, Chad. No, don't type it now because
Yeah,
you
we're not
ain't
doing
winning anything tonight
Hashtag burgled.
except our love and admiration for you watching this stream. So thank you. I think with that we can end it.
Yeah,
Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Drag that out a little bit. My bad.
No, that's okay. I'm pretty sure the chat enjoyed it. Look, we already got a hashtag, even though I just said don't post it.
Saving on, holding on to that one for next time.
Right. So that's it. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Tomorrow we got a show, so tune in for that. Pretty please. We'll be back next time. So thank you everybody for tuning in. God bless. Stay safe. Catch you next time. Peace out, homies.
Stay unburgled.
Yeah, baby. Let's end it on Swamp Thing. Good job, everybody.